Good day. Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher. An apology, I just noticed that sometimes my AI doesn't always get the right words. So I am Methodist Dave, and I am a theologian and Bible teacher, not a savior. I don't know why it keeps calling me a savior, but it does. Today is Thursday, June 4th. It is our daily devotional. I encourage you to read the entire chapter 4 of the book of Proverbs. This narrative requires reading the entire chapter to get the full understanding, but for the purpose of our daily devotional, we're going to look at two verses, verses 12 and 13. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Practice it, because it is your life. Holding on to wisdom, holding on to understanding, instruction, knowledge, it's like holding a flashlight. Have you ever gone walking around in the dark? We don't do it too often. Most of the places where I've lived, there's street lights and it's never really dark. But here out in the church in the countryside, we at times have absolute dark. And you could be walking across the yard in the dark. And I've done this at home, even at home. And during the daytime, you don't have a problem. But at night, you will find every divot or hill in your lawn, every uneven spot. You'd be amazed at how many there are. And because we live indoors, our brains are trained to expect the ground will always be level and flat. So when you go outside and you start walking across uneven ground, your brain doesn't know how to process it, and your legs and feet are not trained to adjust instantly for uneven ground. So you could easily stumble, and if you're going quickly, you could easily fall, particularly if you trip over something that you didn't know was in the yard and you couldn't see it. See, that's what it's like to walk around without understanding, without wisdom, without knowledge, without instruction. You're just wandering and staggering blind in the dark. The film A Man Called Peter, the biopic of Peter Marshall, the Scottish Presbyterian minister who was the head of the North Street Presbyterian Church in Washington, D.C. It was Lincoln's church, John Adams's church. And he is traveling in the dark as a young man and trips over a root and falls down. And when he goes to get up, he realizes that there is no ground in front of him, that he has fallen right at the edge of a cliff. And had it not been for that root, he could have walked off the cliff, and it would have been a very short story. But God intervened. So when you're wandering around without advertising, it's like walking around in the dark. You can't see. But when you put understanding and instruction, education, knowledge, wisdom into your life, it's like turning on a flashlight that lights your path and guides you on your way. It lets you go safely to avoid obstacles, and you can see the high places and you can see the low places, and you know where to place your foot. That is the benefit of heeding instruction, applying wisdom, and using understanding. Your day will be a whole lot better. If you have a question about this or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your question. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. And until tomorrow, please be good to one another.